Hello, you're welcome to yet another episode of Pictures Counseling Package. Today, I'd love to share with you why we feel the need to improve on ourselves or to grow. I'll take you back to the Stone Age when man just started evolving. Man was not well equipped to face any competition. Yes, man was not prepared. So, as a result, man had to go into hunting in order to survive. That is becoming the predator himself. Yes. And during hunting, man developed some abilities like the ability to anticipate. Yes, very, very important. Anticipation here means that having the ability to know what will happen and how it will happen. So the singular cortex of the brain, that is the anterior singular cortex of the brain, is responsible for this reflex, this ability to predict. When everything works on well in our lives, there is no problem. Our brain is stable, everything is calm, we feel secure. But problem comes in once we start facing challenges, when we make our plans, our goals, and we are not unable to achieve them. That's when the brain receives signals, and these signals trigger the production of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Yes, adrenaline now gives us stress. It brings us stress. It puts us in a mode of total confusion, instability. We are worried. We don't have the readiness to be quiet upstairs. Yes, because we are not in a good state of mind, psychologically, mentally. Everything is not moving on well. Why does the brain put us in this mode? Because the brain seeks to find out the reasons why we did not achieve our goals. What is it that we did not do right? What is it that we needed to have done in a different way? What is it that we failed to do? The brain asks us questions in order to find possible solutions so that it can bring us to a state of security, a state where we are comfortable, a state where we are calm and happy. Because man loves to be in conformity with himself, his mind, his thoughts. That's why the brain does all of this. Is what mentioning that the brain can even go an extra mile just to make sure that it makes it finds solutions, ask questions in order to resolve our problems. That's why sometimes our brains or man is forced to make crazy, sometimes even stupid, I'm sorry, but that is it, even stupid attributions to the cause of our worries. A perfect example when this happens is when the brain is faced with illness, traumatizing situations like illness and death. Like we take the example of epidemic, the COVID-19, when it came in, you can see that quite a lot of people held the opinion that COVID-19 came from China because some medical practitioners would have been responsible for creating or fabricating COVID-19 in the laboratory. Like, seriously. Yes, that's how far the mind or the brain can go to ask questions in order to seek solutions. Yes. And also, during the European outbreak of the Black Pest, yes, during the European outbreak of Black Pest, the Jews were accused of poisoning water wells and the markets. Over 200 to 300 people, majority of whom were women, were burnt down because they were suspected to be practicing black magic or to be practicing magic and also to have spread the disease. Can you imagine that? Yes, that's all the works of the brain. Yes. And also, during the outbreak of the H1N1 flu in the United States of America, it was said that the Mexican immigrants were those who brought the flu into America. Yes. So, what is the takeaway from this story? What is the takeaway from this funny story, interesting story? The takeaway is that the same way that the brain functions explains to us the same way that we react when we are faced with challenges, when we are faced with problems, when we are faced with difficult times. Is the same way that we react in our personal lives when we have problems, challenges in our personal lives, relational lives, our professional lives. Is the same way, that is the same process that occurs, the same way that we approach these problems. Yes. The major objective is for the brain to find out a solution to this problem, so that we can come back to normal, so that we can live a normal life. That is why a perfect example is a young girl who plans to get married by 21, because looking at her environment and at herself, the reality is that she knows that she feels in the requirements to be a hot cake for marriage. So she knows that normally, since she's beautiful, she knows how to cook, she knows how to take care of the home, she knows that, she believes that by 21 she should be married. But things all turn out that by 21 she's not married, and up to 35 she's still single. And then she'll say, where did I go wrong? Why am I not married? Despite the fact that I know how to cook, I know how to take care of the home, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. Why the other boy will say, okay, he plans to have a good job, to have a big car, a big house, a beautiful house, and probably get married and have beautiful kids by 27. And here he is, 45. He is not having a job, no money, no woman, probably no kids, no home. And then naturally, he tends to ask, what is the problem? Why did I go wrong? What didn't I do wrong? What didn't I do well? With all my qualifications, I don't still have a job. That is the brain. That is the brain asking questions, hoping to seek or meet solutions, so that man can come to feeling secure, so that man can survive, so that man can be calm and comfortable. That's why we worry. That's also another importance of worrying, because the mind worries because it seeks solutions. So it's normal. And that is when the brain now, in the course of seeking solution, as Bill Bonnet says it, the brain brings about a transition. By questioning, it finally finds answers to these questions in order to make amends or resolve the worries of man through what Bill Bonnet calls designed thinking, which I'm going to explain to you in every detail in our next video, how man's brain helps him to solve his problem, changing his mindset from a worrisome mindset to a comfortable and coping and calm and secure mindset. Thank you. If you see this content important, please don't hesitate to share with your loved ones, family, and friends. I'm looking forward to meeting you in our next video. Ciao.